Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new live tutorial. Today we will be painting a frog with peonies. And you can find my sketch or my outline to this frog and peonies in the description of this video that you can download and trace onto your watercolor paper. So let's get started. I'm going to switch my camera. Okay. Hi everyone, happy Friday. How are you? Okay, it's going to be a little jiggly for a few seconds. Okay. How's it going? So, there are reference photos to this frog and the peonies in the description of this video for you guys. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Liz, Sarah, and Ashton, and Desiree, and Linnea. Good morning. Linnea says right now it is 4 p.m. in Sweden. Wow. I'm glad you guys can join. So I'm just getting situated here. I am bringing up the reference photos, and I already have my sketch transferred onto my watercolor paper, which you can find in the description of this video. And I already mixed a few colors for the frog, and I'll be using this Decadent Pies pan set from Art Philosophy. So I'm going to be using this a lot, I think. And I also have this Vintage Pastels pan set from Art Philosophy, and I'm thinking I'll be using a lot of these colors, at least the pinks for the peonies. And the watercolor paper I'm using is Arches Cold Press. And my brushes are from Princeton Neptune. So I'll be using a size 8 round brush a lot, and probably the size 4 round brush, and then the size 1. And you can find all of the supplies in the description of this video as well. Desiree says it is 4 p.m. in the Netherlands too, and Dark Angel says it is also 4 p.m. in France. Wow. Okay, so we are going to start with the frog first, and then we will work on the peonies. So who's ready? Hi, Sydney. Sydney, I think you joined Discovering Watercolor. I think you were one of my first students. I hope you're liking it so far. Hi, Joyce. Good morning. Okay, so I have the frog reference photo up here on my tablet, and the colors I'm going to mix for him, I am using this lime. It's called Lime from Decadent Pies. So I'm thinking that I'll first, let's see, I'm trying to think what I should do first for this frog. I think first I'm just going to do a very light layer of this green, and maybe, let's see, maybe some of this green, and then I mixed a little bit of this white in it. And I'm making sure there's a lot of water, so that's very light. And I'm going to add a little bit of this gold color. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. Hi, Christina. How are you? All right, who's ready to paint the frog? Okay. I'm a little scatterbrained this morning, so it might take me hold on. Okay. Desiree says that she is still painting her moth. Oh yeah, Desiree is painting a death's head hawk moth, and it's looking very nice. So yeah, I'm just painting on this very light green. And then when this layer dries, this first layer, I will add some more color. And I'm thinking this will be like the lightest color on him. Although I might add some white details with white gouache when we're done. I have never painted a frog before. Who here has? Have you ever painted a frog? I have painted a toad a few times, but never a frog. So this has been something I've been wanting to paint for a long time, and finally I am. Liz says frogs are fun. Yeah, I'm really excited to paint him. He's so cute. Desiree says a red-eyed tree frog. Super cute. I'll have to look that up. A red-eyed tree frog. So today we have a like goal of 30 likes. So if we get 30 likes on this video, this live video, I will show you a painting that I painted Jimmy, my husband, when we were dating. And it's one of my favorite paintings I've painted. It's an oil painting. So if we get to 30 likes, I'll show you that painting. And I try to have like goals because it helps my channel reach more people, so I can help more people learn watercolor and stuff and just grow this community. Okay. All right, this green is a little darker than the other kind of green I just painted with. So I'm trying to add a lot of water to it to make it a little lighter. So what are your guys' plans for this weekend? What are you up to? This weekend is supposed to be really nice here in Indiana, at least where I live in Indiana. And the last 2 days have been so rainy and dreary. So it's going to be really nice enjoying this nice weather. So I think I'm going to work in my garden a little bit. I still haven't like actually planted in my garden. I do have some starters, like seeds growing like in my spare bedroom, but I haven't actually like planted anything in my garden yet. Cindy says, I have. So you've painted frogs, and she says, I love them. Dart frogs and tree frogs are really nice to paint. I'll have to look those frogs up. I don't really know much about frogs, like the types of frogs. But yeah. Desiree says we have 8 right now. 8, like you have 8 frogs? Is that what you mean? Okay, his toes here are aren't really green, so I'm just going to leave them white for now. Need to mix more of that color. Okay. All right, I think next I'm going to paint in the areas on him that aren't green. So like his toes and right here and here. Desiree says, dart frogs are cool too. Jessa says, I have to study because I have 4 exams on Monday and Tuesday. Oh my goodness. That sounds very stressful. Are those like finals? Like, are you finishing up your school year? So you're probably not painting right now, are you? Okay, so this color here, this is a mixture of like this red. I think this is called apple. And I mixed a little bit of this white. And let's see, what else should I think I might add a little bit of this blue. This is called blackberry. Okay. And a little bit more of this red. Melody, hi Melanie. Melanie says 9 likes. Good morning. So we have to get 21 more likes to reach our like goal. Okay. So I'm just going to add a very light layer of this color for now, and then we will add more depth and color to this later. It's always good with watercolor to start like very light. Jessa says 1 is a final and the other 3 are exams. I am studying while I watch you paint. I am so stressed. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I don't miss those days at all. I didn't really enjoy studying and taking exams. I mean, who does though? um, Yikes. Well, good luck. I hope they go well for you. I just bought this square watercolor block from, it's from Arches, and it's 8x8, and I really like it. I don't know why, but I really like painting square, like square size. Do you guys like painting square size? I don't know why I do. I just do. Then his fingertips are like this light reddish brown color. He's so cute, isn't he? Okay. Jessa says, the week after next week I have my last 2 finals and then I am done with the school year. That is really exciting. So how many years do you have left? Okay, we're going to let him dry. I think we can move on to his body here. It's barely dry. Hannah says, I live in a wooded area next to a pond. We have tree frogs that crawl up our windows in the evening trying to catch the bugs that are attracted to the light. I love to look at their toes. Aww. That is so cute. Okay. So this next layer of green, I want to have it be a little darker. So let's mix some of this lime. And I think I might just use this, kind of straight out of the pan. Desiree says, I have been looking everywhere for the square ones and a square sketchbook, but it's hard to come by. Yeah, I found this on Blick, the Blick Art Supplies. I don't know if you can purchase from there in the Netherlands or not. I don't really know. Okay, so it looks like there is like a shadow here. So Okay, now I'm cleaning my brush. I'm adding a touch of clean water, and I'm just going to drag this out a little bit to create kind of like a gradient. Then I'm going to add some here. Okay. I don't want my blending to be too smooth because I want to kind of have there be texture, because if you look at the frog, he is not like super smooth looking. He has a lot of texture on him. Ashton says that that square block is my favorite. I use the same one for plein air painting. Yes, I'm loving this. And I'm going to be using this for all of my butterflies for the butterfly painting challenge. So I'll tell you more about that. I am hosting a butterfly painting challenge, and we will be doing that instead of the Love Nature Art Challenge for May. So if you don't know, I host like a monthly art challenge, and for May it's this 30-day butterfly challenge, and it starts on Wednesday. I think it's May 6th. I think that's Wednesday. And it's 15 butterflies in 30 days. So you have like 2 days to paint each butterfly. So I'll share more about that, like the prompt list, probably this weekend or a Monday. So if you are thinking about doing that challenge, let me know. I'm really excited about it. I've been wanting to paint butterflies for like a long time. That's like all I really want to paint, I feel like. And the butterfly challenge, that like the butterflies that are part of the challenge on Fridays, I will be going live and we'll be painting whatever that butterfly is for that day, if that makes sense. Like so like the next 4 lives we'll be painting butterflies for that challenge, and I think it's the next 4, maybe it's the next 3, I don't really remember. So yeah, I'm just adding this lime green to him, but I'm like trying not to add it everywhere. Just I want to keep some of that very light green, and I'm just trying to create some texture. And when this layer dries, I'll add even more color and like try to get the values correct. Hannah says, where did you find the square arches pad? And then Ashton says, I went to order some stuff from Blick last week, and so many things were out of stock or back ordered because of the stupid pandemic. That's unfortunate. Hannah, I ordered mine through Blick. That's where I order basically all my art supplies, although sometimes I order from Amazon too. Man, maybe I should try to put in another order for art supplies, just in case I have to wait a long time, because I might be running out of paper soon. That would be awful, to run out of paper. I guess by then I would have to like paint with oils, which I haven't painted with forever. Desiree says she's so excited for it. Yay! Yeah, who's going to do the butterfly challenge? I am so excited for it. The butterflies I chose are so pretty. I can't wait to paint them. Okay, there's like a little highlight here just above the like dark line that leads to his nose, so I want to keep that light green. And as I'm applying this paint, this green color, I'm trying to also keep note of the highlights I see in him so I don't paint over them. So for instance, there's like a highlight here. So I kind of want to keep that. I don't want to paint over it. This is like one of the hardest parts with watercolor is like keeping in mind the highlights to not paint over them. And then there's like a highlight here too on his mouth, like in between like this dark part of him, and then so yeah, like here. And okay. Hi, Claire. I'm glad you can make it. You did not make it to the end like the last few lives. How are you doing? Melanie says, I'm excited for the challenge. It's also mermaids, so I'll be incorporating them together on some days. Wow, oh my gosh, that's going to be so interesting. Yeah, so who here is also doing mermaid? I have never done mermaid. I guess just because I don't really paint mermaids, I guess. Like, I've never painted a mermaid. But I know some people who do the challenge, they don't paint mermaids. Some people paint like sea life too. Yeah, so there's some highlights here, so I try to keep those and not paint over them. cleaning my brush, and I'm going to blend with a little bit of clean water. Hannah says, you showed a book of butterflies on one of your videos. Could you show it again on your next live? Does that book give identification and locations? Yeah, actually, I will go grab it real quick and show you. Okay, so a quick 2-minute break. This is one of my butterfly books. It's really nice. Here is a view of one of the pages. So yeah, it shows like where you can find it, and like how you can identify the butterfly. If you want, I can link this in the description of this video when this live is over, if you wanted to find it like on Amazon. But yeah, here's a little sneak peek at one of the butterflies we will paint for the challenge. So yeah, that's one of them. And then this is the other one I have. Yeah, this one's also really nice. And this one's different because you actually have actual photos of the butterflies, and the other one, they're just like illustrations, and these are actually like real photos of them. So yeah, and this one you can see also where you can find the butterfly and identify it. So yeah, those are the 2 butterfly books I have. Okay. Claire says yes. So are you going to do the butterfly challenge? Is that why you said yes? And she says kids have no school today, so it is easier to break away. Nice. Okay. Desiree says, do you have snacks today? I do have snacks. I prepared myself today. I have some almonds for a snack. In the last few live videos, I have been getting really hungry towards the end, so this time I brought snacks. And then Desiree says, butterfly books are the best. I totally agree. They're so inspiring. Like I can look at it, like look through my butterfly books, and I instantly feel inspired. Like I just want to paint them all. I should make it a life goal of mine to paint every butterfly in those books. I feel like that would take me a long time, but it would be really fun. Okay. So there's a highlight here on his leg, so I don't want to paint over that. kind of just trying to blend out this shadow here a little bit. Okay. Let's see, let me read some comments. Jessa says, I am glad you made sure to bring snacks. Hopefully this life won't wear you out too much. Yeah, I hope it won't. I'm planning on taking the rest of Friday off after this live to enjoy the beautiful weather. And because I have been working a lot this week because of my Discovering Watercolor course, which opened yesterday. So it is now open. So that's exciting. I'll have to link to the course in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, so that's just been a lot of stress on me because it's my very first online course and it was like a total learning curve. It was stressful, but very rewarding, like to be able to help people learn watercolor and to put something like that together is just, yeah, it was so worth all of the work. Okay, so it's like really dark down here, like there's dark shadow. And we'll paint in his feet here in a few minutes. Desiree says, yeah, it's like Pokemon. Gotta paint them all. Exactly. Butterflies and moths are honestly my favorite thing to paint. Like if I could choose one thing to paint the rest of my life, I would choose butterflies and moths. But what about you guys? What would you choose? If you could only paint one thing the rest of your life? Okay, there's like a shadow here. Okay. Sydney says, it's a great course. Highly recommend it if you haven't signed up yet. Thank you, Sydney. I'm glad you're liking it. Desiree says, yeah, it's something I watched a lot during my childhood, so it still sticks in my head. She's talking about Pokemon. I don't think I've really watched Pokemon. Maybe I did a little bit. Okay, so yeah, there's like a shadow here on his arm. Then here. Okay. I forgot to paint his thumb. It's probably not the correct scientific term. So I'm taking my tiny size 4 round brush I'm just going to take some of this color. Okay. Liz says that she would choose horses to paint the rest of her life. Yeah, you know what? I have been trying to figure out a tutorial, a horse tutorial. So that might be a tutorial for the future here soon. Verla, did I say your name right? Verla, hi Verla. She says, I like painting landscapes. Me too, I like painting landscapes too. Ashton says that she would choose flowers or mountains. Desiree says animals in general because I can't choose. Sarah says that she would paint dogs. And Desiree says, landscapes are my enemy. I would love to learn one day though. Claire says, when I first looked at this picture, I thought that artichokes were the background image. I was like, that is different but kind of cool and out of the box. That's so funny. Okay, so now we're going to, let's go ahead and paint his eye. I'm going to try and move my phone a little closer. So it is going to be a little jiggly for a minute. Okay. So I'm going to take my size 4 round brush and Desiree says, phone earthquake is back. His eye is, let's see, has some brown in it, some brown and gold, it looks like, some red. So I'm going to mix some of this apple color with a little bit of gold. And I want this to be very light because this will be like the lightest part of his eye. And then we will, once this is dry, we'll paint on top the details of his eye. Oops. Okay, I'm trying to bring up my reference photo. Okay. Oh wait, I'm also going to mix a dark brown so that we can create kind of like a gradient. Right. It's kind of like a dark red brown. All right. So I'm going to paint in his entire pupil, or like the color in his eye first. Even his highlight, like there's like a little highlight here, but his highlight isn't like white. It's kind of like a light brown. Okay. And now I'm going to drop in some of this dark brown color. And I I'm cleaning my brush. I'm going to wipe a little bit of this away, like dab some away. All right, I'm going to add some more of this dark color. Okay, I think that's good for now. We'll let it dry and then we'll add some more detail. Claire says, I would paint butterflies. Nice. So we're kind of the same. Dark Angel says, do you have books on butterflies to advise me with beautiful illustrations because I love butterflies too? Yeah, I just showed some butterfly books. Hold on. Okay, earthquake. Just warning you. Okay. So I'll quickly show you the titles of these books. I have this one here by Sally Morgan, which is a really good book. I love this one. And I have this one here by David Carter. So these are really good butterfly books. Hi Michelle, how are you doing? She says, good morning and hello everyone. The frog is looking good already. Thank you. All right, so let's add some more detail to him. I want to try and do the final layer on his body, like on the green part, and then we will continue on with these areas and his eye. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a very dark green. So here I mixed, it's the lime color from Decadent Pies, this color here. And I mixed a little bit of this, it's called Charcoal, and it's from Vintage Pastels pan set. And I don't want to add too much water, like I want this to be dark. Furla says, yes, you said my name right. Oh, good. Desiree says, don't know if that's something more people have, but I get bored super quickly, so I switch around in a lot of species, groups, and mediums to paint. And, okay. Lenia says, I would choose fairies or mushrooms. Interesting. Do you ever paint fairies and mushrooms together? I feel like they would go well together. Okay. How are you guys doing on the frog? How's it going? So I'm going to add this dark green here. And I'm cleaning my brush. And I'm going to blend a little bit with some clean water. And I'm trying not to blend too smoothly, like I want there to be texture. I don't want him to look super smooth because, you know, he has a lot of texture. He's not like super smooth looking. And he has like a little like bump here. So I'm just going to loosely paint that in. Oops, I forgot that there's like his leg is like right here too. There. And he has like some bumps here. I don't know, painting him in loosely. This is just how I like to paint. I don't like to paint super, super realistic. Desiree says the Arches paper is painting so different than my previous papers. So, what papers did you use previously? Yeah, Desiree just bought some Arches paper, which I love Arches. Okay, I'm going to take the size 4 round brush. And let's paint in his face a little bit more. I'm going to mix more of this green color, this dark green color. She says it's a whole different watercolor experience. Yeah, I totally agree. Painting on like really good quality watercolor paper makes painting so much easier and it's way more enjoyable. So there's a shadow here and a shadow here. And I'm cleaning my brush. Just going to blend this a little bit. Ashton says, Arches paper is magical. I don't think I'll ever go back to what I was using before. I agree about that. I don't really want to use any other kind of watercolor paper anymore because I've been using Arches now for months and I love it. I don't think I ever want to use anything else. And it's so worth the money to me because I mean I sell my art, so like I get the money back. But if you don't sell your art, it might be kind of like, is it worth investing in? So yeah, I don't know. Hi Ingrid, how are you? How are you doing today? Ashton says to Linnea, mushrooms are so fun to paint. I totally agree with that. I love painting mushrooms. They are probably one of my most favorite things to paint. Although I like painting butterflies more. Okay, let's work on his face. Desiree says, I'm waiting for fall to paint some mushroom ideas I have seen so many beautiful ones on Instagram. And she says, I've had Fabriano paper, Canson, mixed media, Montevol, okay, I can't say that word, paper, and some watercolor sketchbooks. And then she says, I agree with you guys, Arches is spoiling me. Same why I never bought it before, not enough money, but I spoiled myself for my birthday last month. It has been something I have wanted for so long. Ingrid says, I used Canson Heritage before. It's better than Montevol. Arches was difficult to find here and expensive. Only last year it got more affordable. And then Desiree says, I've never tried Canson Heritage before. Have seen it around. Yeah, I've never tried that kind of paper either, the Canson Heritage. There's like a shadow here right under his nose. Okay, now I'm going to work more on his eye. I will take my really teeny tiny size 0 round brush and I'm using this, it's called charcoal. It's from the Vintage Pastels hand set. There's a little highlight I'm just not going to paint in, that I'm leaving. Okay. Michelle says Legion's watercolor paper is supposed to be really good, the equivalent of Arches, but at a much affordable price. Legion's watercolor paper. I'll have to check that out. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and paint in the dark area around his eye. Okay. Now I'm going to mix a color for the color in his eye. I'm going to use this apple color, a little bit of gold. I'm going to just dab some, make little dots, because in the reference photo, his eye, it just looks like a lot of little dots. Actually, I'm going to take some gold. It looks more gold than red. I might have to go back in when this is dry with some white gouache, add some highlights. Okay, I'm going to take more of that charcoal color with a little bit of this apple. Okay, now I'm cleaning my brush. I'm just trying to drag this out a little bit, create like a gradient. Okay. And then the white highlight of his eye, I just want to paint in with a little bit of very light black, so it's like kind of like gray. I'll definitely have to go back in with some white gouache later. Whew, how are you guys doing? It looks like you guys are talking about watercolor paper. Claire says, painting the eyes gives him such personality. Yes, I totally agree with that, because I feel like once you paint the eye or eyes of the subject you're painting, it really like brings it to life. It really makes it look like it like drastically changes your painting. All right, I'm going to take this really tiny size 0 round brush again, and we're going to paint in more detail. Okay, so I'm using the same dark color, which is like black with a little bit of red. And I'm going to add some to his nostril. Then okay. I'm trying to read some of your comments here. Oh, Desiree shared that me and her created a nature artist group, which we we really need to share more about that group, because yeah, not a lot of people are part of it yet. But yeah, we have a nature artist group on Facebook. I really need to put the link to it in the description. So after this live video, I will link to the group in the description if you guys wanted to check it out. He has some like a dark line here, and it's kind of squiggly. And then I'm just kind of bringing out this black a little bit, creating some texture. If you look at him in the reference photo, he has a lot of texture here on his skin. So I'm just kind of mimicking that loosely. Going to add some more black. And then there's a shadow down here. So I'm mixing that charcoal black color with this apple color. Okay, I need my other brush. I'm grabbing my size 4 round brush. Okay. I'm going to add some of this color here, up here a little bit. This brown color. Okay. There, I think that's good for that area. So let's paint under his chin. Galata says, I'm going to join it right now. Yay! She's going to join the nature group. I'm taking the same dark color that I just used here, and I'm going to paint under his chin. And there's like a highlight here. And I'm kind of painting in some texture because he's very textury. And I'm taking some of that charcoal color. His smile is like dark, like black. Okay, the highlight right here isn't that light everywhere. It's kind of darker here. There. How are you guys doing? with a frog. Who here is painting, like, along with me? Or are you guys just hanging out? Hi, Green. I hope I said your name right. Is that how I say your name, Green? Hi, how are you doing? She says, enjoying listening to you while I work. I always listen to your videos to relax. Aww. A lot of people say that they find my videos relaxing. That's so nice. All right, I think we're almost done with him because we should probably move on to the peonies. Going to take more of this. It's like black with a little bit of red and a lot of water. And going to try and paint in his fingers. You don't want to spend too much time on his fingers. Okay, I'm going to take more of this charcoal color. All right, I think that's good. Now I'm going to move to his feet. His feet and fingers are like so cute. Desiree says that she was eating dinner and hanging out with us. And Galetta says, right now I'm doing work for uni, but only thinking and painting. Thinking of painting. Sorry guys. Someone was calling me, a spam call. Anyone else get a lot of those? Okay, there's like a shadow here. Desiree says, I only get a lot of spam mail. Yeah, I do too. I really need to clean out my inbox. It's overwhelming how many emails I have. Okay, going to take my size 4 brush. And add some shadow here. It's like really dark here. Kind of drag it out a little bit. And there's like kind of like a shadow here. Okay. Jessica says, I get spam calls all the time because I have an extremely easy number and people think I'm a business. Oh, darn. Desiree says, today one of PayPal that I had to log in because I was doing something not legal or stuff, and he thought it was spam. Okay. And Verla says, I get the call about my ear warranty expiring. And Desiree says, but maybe it's different in other countries. I don't hear a lot about spam calls here in the Netherlands. Yeah, I get calls at least a few times a week that are spammy. Gladys says, I get a lot of spam calls every noon. Someone calls and there's no one on the other side. That's weird. Desiree says, can't you block numbers? I think you can. A lot of the spam calls though, they're like all different numbers every time. So I don't know if that would help too much. All right, so let's add some final touches to him. Some final details. And we will get started on the peonies. So I'm taking more of this, there's like a hair in my palette. Okay, taking more of this dark color here. I'm going to add some more, like a enunciate, is that the right word? The shadow underneath his nostril. Okay. And the shadow here. And I'm just adding some final touches, some little details. Going to enunciate this dark black line that goes down him. Add some more little specks. There's like a dark line here too. I live by a pond. I pass it every time I leave my neighborhood. And in the warmer months, every time I would look at it when I drive by, I would see like little frog heads poking out. It's like the cutest thing ever. It makes me laugh every time I drive by. They're just so darn cute. Desiree says, "Oh, that's so wholesome." Yeah, so I'm just like darkening the shadows, adding little bits of detail. And I'm going to add some, like a light glaze layer of this charcoal black color here because there's like a dark shadow. And I need to paint in his thumb a little bit more. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to take some of this gold and I'm just going to add some on him here and there. I know he doesn't like have this in the reference photo, but I like doing this sometimes, adding like little light layers of this gold from Decadent Pies. I feel like it just it'll give him a little bit more life. Hannah says, "I find cat hair in my palette occasionally annoying, but worse than that, yesterday I rinsed my paintbrush in a fresh cup of tea." That's hilarious. Never did that before. Guess I shouldn't put it on my right side. That is so funny. I have never done that before. I've never accidentally dipped my brush in a cup that I was drinking. I'm sure it will happen someday though. All right. I think he is done, at least for now. Maybe after this live video, I'll go back and add a bit more detail to him, but he's pretty much done. So let's move on to the peonies. And how are you guys doing? If you're painting the frog, how's it going? I am going to take a quick bathroom break and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Desiree says, cat and dog hairs are a regular visitor indeed of palettes. I sometimes wonder if they paint secretly at night. That is too funny. Verla says, he looks good. I like him. Yay! Desiree says, I might be painting a frog this weekend because these dreams always inspire me. Just have to finish the moth first. Yeah, I can definitely see you painting a frog, Desiree. Okay, so now we're going to paint the peonies, and there is a reference photo in the description of this video. And if you haven't yet, feel free to like this video, give it a thumbs up. It'll help my channel. It'll help people see my video. And we have a like goal of 30 likes. And if we get to 30, I will show you a painting I painted my husband, Jimmy, when we were dating. And yeah, it's an oil painting. So I have this vintage pastels pan set from Art Philosophy, and I'll link it in the description of this video if you guys wanted to check it out. If you don't have it already, and I'll probably use these pinks here a lot. I have some colors mixed already. Desiree says we're at 19 now, 19 likes. So we have 11 more to go. And she says, I love the sight of those colors. Do you wonder what I would use it for? Oh, and we're now at 20. Yeah, I haven't used this pan set very much. But I always want to use it because the colors are just gorgeous. And here I have the Decadent Pies pan set again. And I mixed kind of some peachy colors with this. I can't remember what it's called. It's this color here with some gold. All right. So I think I'm going to start with this peony up here. Whew. I'm kind of nervous to paint these. Peonies are kind of difficult. Desiree says, personally, I am a bit of moody color painter, so the vintage palette would be a challenge. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because these are very light colors. Oh, you guys are so encouraging. Desiree and Verla says that I can do it. Thank you. Thank you for your encouragement. All right, let's do this. Hopefully they turn out okay. I'm better at painting peonies with oils, but we'll see how this goes. So I have a very light pink color here. I mixed this with, this is called, I think it's called Cherry Blossoms. I think it's basically this color, except I did add a little bit of this peachy color here to it. Hi, a little bit of everything. Albo, how are you doing? Okay. So let's start with a very light pink color. All right, I'm nervous. Here we go. I'm going to try to paint one petal at a time. Okay, I'm going to drop in some of this dark color. I think this is like red with a little bit of light pink. Desiree says we're at 23 likes. Yay! We have 7 more to go. Let's try to hit our goal today. I lowered it. I think the last 2 lives it was 35 or 40. I decided to lower it this time. Okay. Who here likes to paint peonies? I like the idea of painting peonies, but they're always challenging to me. Like all of the different petals. I tried to simplify my peonies, like not have there be so many petals. Desiree says that she likes to paint peonies, but loosely. Yes, I would really love to be able to paint peonies loosely well. I've done it a few times where I liked it, but sometimes I'm not very good at painting loosely, like loose flowers. I feel like mine always turn out to be blobs, like blobs of pink. Sydney says peonies and sunflowers are my favorite. I really enjoy painting sunflowers. Desiree says struggling with the nightshade flowers right now. Nightshade flowers. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look those up. Before I got into painting, well, like back into painting, I didn't know much about flowers. Like, all the different kinds of flowers. But then when I started to get into painting again, I started to learn more about flowers because I wanted to paint them. And so I would learn like their names and stuff. So it's just funny because I know about flowers more because I paint them and less because I like grow them. Okay, so I have some red. This is Windsor red. And I'm going to mix some of this pink. Okay. Maybe a little too pink. I'll add some of this peachy color. Okay. Who here is painting these peonies with me? Are you finding this challenging as well? Okay. Galetta says, I never tried painting anything loosely. I have to try it. You should give it a try. I'm more comfortable painting like somewhat realistic, like semi-realistic. That's kind of what I'm comfortable with. So after this layer of paint dries, I will go back in, add some more detail to these petals. Lenia says, I'm also painting the peony now. I find it a bit hard to mix the right shade of pink. Yeah, I do too. It's like I want a realistic pink, and sometimes my pinks turn out to be like very saturated or like too red. Okay, I need to mix more of that light pink color. I'm also using this peach from Decadent Pies. I'm running out of this color too. I do that all the time. I never mix enough. Anyone else have this issue? Desiree and Verla says yes, they have this issue too. Oh good, I'm glad I'm not alone. By the way, if you're just joining, I have a link in the description that'll take you to this outline, the outline of my painting, and you can transfer onto your watercolor paper and paint along. Joy says, so far, so good. Such pretty colors in that palette. Yes, I really need to paint with this palette more. The colors are just always like so beautiful. Okay. Liz says, let paint dry while I got dressed. The old Miss kit really worked well for blotchy highlights on Fran. I can't wait to finish after work. Miss kit. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Desiree says, would be a real challenge. Only use the vintage palette. I agree. It is a very beautiful palette. It's just, you know, the colors are all like pastel. And so I feel like that would be hard. I feel like it would be easier if you were just painting like flowers, like some pastel-y flowers. Oh, she meant frog. It really worked well for blotchy highlights on the frog. It's an art supply like rubber cement, only doesn't let the paint bleed through. Oh, is that like masking fluid? Okay. So I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll go back in and we'll paint in the like center of the peony. And Liz says yes. Yeah, you know what, that's a good idea to use. I don't use my masking fluid very often. I don't know why, I never really think of it. Alright, so let's move on to the next peony. Need to grab my snack because I'm starting to get hungry. It's lunchtime for me now. Okay. So we're going to paint this peony a lot like this one up here. Alright, and taking more of this peachy color. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. It's going to shake for a few seconds, just so you know. Okay, there we go. I had to plug my phone in. I meant to plug it in before the live stream, but I totally forgot. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to actually turn my paper. Like this. Okay. Trying to see where I drew the petals. This peony is looking more out, so the center is like here, and then we have some petals that are like it's not like this one up here where the center is like in the center. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to be hitting my cord a lot. Need to move some things around. Okay. I'm gonna wipe some of this away because it just seems a little too dark. Desiree says, me and Mr. Masking Fluid don't live on a good note either. Who here uses masking fluid a lot? Let us know. Okay, I can't really see my pencil marks that well. I should have gone back in before the live and like made sure they were, like I could see them. Okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to move my cord so I don't keep hitting it. have to bring out my outline because I can't really see where I drew on the petals. Okay. Mixing more of this dark pink. So I have some Windsor red. And I'm going to mix that with a little bit of this light pink. Hannah, oh, Claire says, I am back. Yay! Burlo says, I have used masking fluid, but I try not to. I prefer not to. Hannah says, masking fluid frustrates me, but I haven't tried it with Arches paper. It might remove cleaner with Arches. Yeah, it probably might. I haven't used masking fluid on like any other paper besides Arches, although maybe I have with Fabriano. Desiree says, I just keep stuff white or use white ink / gel pen. Claire says, I had to take care of a cat that killed a poor little mouse. Aww. That's so sad. I'm mixing more of this light pink. Okay. Galetta says, I have a question. Did you post something about a butterfly art challenge on Instagram? I don't remember if it was you. If it was you, could you explain a little bit? I am really excited. Yeah, I am hosting a butterfly painting challenge, and it'll start on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And it's a 30-day, sorry, I have to like see, okay, it's a 30-day butterfly painting challenge. So it's 15 butterflies in 30 days. So you have 2 days to work on one butterfly. And I will be posting the prompt maybe sometime this weekend or on Monday. So I'll also post the prompt here on YouTube, like in the community tab. So yeah, I'm really excited too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, Peonies are like so difficult. Okay. I'll just keep this very light for now. Like down here. And then paint in the, I don't know the correct term, the pollen or whatever, when that's dry. Okay, and then this petal, there's like a flap, and then underneath here is kind of dark. Okay. Claire says that you should do a tutorial just on eyes. This is so beautiful. Oh, just on like animal eyes. I really enjoy painting animal eyes, or like eyes. They're fun. Okay, I need to mix more of a color. How surprising. We have been live for 2 hours now, guys. I think you can expect that these lives will like be 3 hours long. I try my best to make them shorter than that, but it's challenging because I want to make these tutorials like good. I don't just want to have it be like, I didn't just want this frog to be the tutorial, like just a frog, you know what I mean? I wanted it to be more fun than just a frog, so yeah. Okay, there's like a little flap here, so that's going to be dark. So I'll paint that in after I paint this. All right, that's fine. Desiree says, there was a challenge last year of 100 animal eyes. I managed to do 2. Wow, I never heard of that challenge. That's cool. Verla says to Galetta, have you used white watercolor pencil? Huh. Read some more of your comments. Desiree says, oh yeah, white watercolor pencil can work too. Or the white Derwent drawing pencil, but that one doesn't take watercolor on top of it again. The white ink is going to be more opaque. Okay. Lenia says, I am really enjoying this. I love this pace. I have been able to follow you along the entire time. I am so grateful for you doing this. I learn a lot. Aww. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're learning a lot. I'm always happy to help. Okay, this petal has like a flap here. So actually, I think this is going to be kind of dark here. So I'm using like a darker pink. pink. Okay. I'm mixing more of that light pink color. I'm also filming on my camera, my DSLR, at least some, like some of it. So it's kind of hard to juggle my DSLR and my live video. So how is the weather where you are? How is it today? I would love to know. It was rainy the last 2 days, and today and tomorrow and Sunday it's supposed to be really nice, so I'm really excited. Maybe I'll even paint outside a little bit. Okay, I think I added too much of this pink. Desiree says, lots of rain. Darn. I mean, I like rain, but not like lots of it. Verla says, it's sunny today and nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Are you going to do anything outside? Okay, so this peony, we are done with the first layer, so let's move on to the next one, which is the last one here. And then when we're done with this one, the first layer, we'll paint in some leaves, and then we will add final touches to the peonies. Lot says, hi Lot. Lot says, rainy day, but we haven't had many of those, so it's quite cozy. Nice to be at home during a day like this. I agree. I think rainy days are cozy. It's nice to just be home on rainy days and cuddle up with a book or your paints. Ingrid says, sunny and cold. Sunny and cold. So is it still cold where you are? Yesterday was actually really cold. It was like 40 some degrees Fahrenheit. So it was pretty cold. But I think from here on out we'll have warmer days, which is really nice. Linnea says, a very, very rainy here in Sweden, but it is good for the nature. Yeah, it is good for the nature. Claire says, I am watching. I will do them later today with my daughter. Oh, like you'll do this tutorial later with your daughter? That'll be fun. Okay, back to mixing some more pink. Cindy says it's been raining a lot the past couple of days. Yeah, same here. It rained like 2 days in a row, just so dreary. Verla says, I have a few chores out in the yard I need to get done. What are some of those chores? Like gardening? Yeah, I need to clear out some leaves from the fall. And what else? My garden, of course. I need to get that ready. Some weeding. I'll probably do that today, this afternoon, and maybe this weekend. It looks like we're almost close to our like goal. So if you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, feel free to. We're trying to hit 30 likes. Desiree says, I never feel like painting on rainy days though. Yeah, I think it depends for me. Just my mood, I guess, because sometimes on rainy days, at least if it's been raining for a long time, I don't know, I just feel kind of lazy and unmotivated, so I don't really feel like painting. But if it's raining and it's like the first time it's been raining for a while, sometimes it's nice to get out my paints and listen to the rain. Oh no, someone has their mower out. I hope it's not super loud. Okay. Desiree says they were talking about a rain shortage already here. Oh, so you might have a dry spring. Verla says, yeah, prepping the garden. Galetta says, in my city feels like summer, but with coronavirus, I can't go outside, and I don't have a balcony, neither a garden. Oh my goodness. Oh, that must be hard. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel so sorry for all of the people who, like, live in cities and they don't have a yard, or a balcony, or, like, anything like that, like a private area to be outside. That must be hard. Oops, I accidentally added red to my light pink. It's getting to that point in the live video where I'm starting, like, my brain is starting to become noodles. Usually I don't paint for 3 hours straight without taking a break of some sort, like lunch or just a walk or something. Desiree says, haha, noodle brains. Yeah. It's getting to that point. We've been live for 2.5 hours now. If you've been here so far the whole time, comment below or in the chat. Who here has been here the whole time so far? Or at least most of the time. Jessa has, Desiree has. Wow. Hi Vicki, how are you? Vicki says, thank you for doing this live stream. Your work is so beautiful and it's really wonderful to be able to watch your process. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Desiree says, I think it will again, or rain again. The Netherlands is usually super wet, but the last 2 summers we had a lot of shortage of water. Linnea says, I have been here the whole time. Yay! Cindy says, I've been painting since 5:30 this morning. Oh my goodness, you must be tired. She says that she's been here the whole time too. And Hannah, yay! Thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Okay, so under here, under him, probably has some peonies under him, so I'm just going to paint this in pink, like the darker pink. And here too. And even here. And we'll darken these areas. Let's see. Maybe I'll add some red. Oops, sorry guys. I just hit my phone. Okay. Alright, so the first layer of the peonies are painted in. And I think now we're going to paint in the leaves. I need to take a drink of water. Desiree says she loves the colors together. Yeah, like the green and pink. I love green and pink together. That's kind of why I chose peonies, because I just thought it would be really pretty with the frog. I was thinking of doing poppies. That was my first plan. Because, you know, green and red go well together. But then I decided on the peonies. Alright. So the green for the leaves, I want to make it the same green, or about the same green as the frog. So I am going to be using the lime from Decadent Pies, because that's what we used with the frog. And I might also add a touch of gold, this gold color, to the leaves. And we'll just start with this, like a very light layer, and then we will add more detail to them once the first layer dries. And I'm trying to add some like zigzags. Does that make sense? Some like zigzag lines, just a little bit. Okay, going to just take some of the lime green straight out of the pan, dab some down here where there's probably a shadow. Oops, sorry guys. Okay. And there. And there's some leaves over here. Desiree says, I think this particular shade of green is absolutely the right fit for the pink. Me too. I love this green from Decadent Pies. It's a beautiful, natural looking green. Vicky says, I love the gold mixed with that green. It's beautiful. I totally agree with that. Okay. Sue Art, cute frog. Thank you. Vicky says, may I ask what watercolors you are using for this piece? I came into the stream a little late, so apologies if you covered that already. That's okay. I am using the Decadent Pies pan set from Art Philosophy. I used the lime for the frog and for these leaves, and this gold here, and I used this apple color a little bit too, and then this white, I mixed that a little bit with the green for the frog. And for the pink, I used the Vintage Pastels pan set. So I used this light pink here that's called Apple Blossom, I think, or maybe it's Cherry Blossom. So yeah, this is basically the only color in here I used. And I also used this charcoal here to like with the green a little bit, and like here. So yeah, she says these palettes are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Allison. You're welcome. Yeah, I really like these palettes a lot. It looks like, I think we are 4 away from our like goal, guys. We're close. So if you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, feel free to if you want. And I'll share a painting that I painted Jamie, my husband, when we were dating. I painted him a painting, an oil painting. Okay. One last leaf. Okay. All right, so we'll let these leaves dry, then we'll add more detail to them. And, okay, I need some water, hold on. I'm not used to talking this much. Okay, sorry for the shaking. So let's finish these peonies. I am looking at the reference photo. Okay. All right, let's see here. How are we going to do this? I need to think how I'm going to make paint in the pollen. Okay, I have this color I mixed. This is a little bit of, it's called Indian Yellow from Winsor & Newton. It's like an orange. And I mixed a little bit of, can't remember, I think a little bit of this apple color from Decanted Pies. Okay, so in the center of the peony, it's like really dark pink and then with the pollen. Okay. So I'm just going to paint this in here, then I'll drop in some dark pink. Okay, I have some red. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. This is what happens when your brain turns to noodles. From going live for 3 hours straight. Okay. I don't want this to be too dark. And I'm also trying to paint in the edge of these petals, and they're like kind of squiggly, that they're not super like curved. All right. If you're painting a peony right now, how's it going? I think that's okay. I'm not too worried. I don't really, yeah, I think this looks fine. Oh, we hit 30 likes. Yay! Should I show you guys the painting now or at the end? Let me know. Let me know what you want. Okay, I'm going to paint in the center of this one. Kind of the same way, just a little bit of this orange and some red. Desiree says, you could use it as a little break. And then Galetta says, at the end. Vicky says, I agree with Des. Okay, I'm gonna wait to hear from like 1 or 2 others. Okay. And then Galetta's agreeing with Desiree. Okay. Let me finish up the center of this peony and I will go get the painting. Take a quick little break and then we will finish up this painting together. Okay. I will be right back. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the camera around, so I'm warning you right now, it's going to shake. Okay. Hold on, let me just, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. You might get a weird angle on my face, just warning you. Hi. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, here is the painting. That I painted Jimmy, my husband, when we were dating. This was painted about, I think, 8 years ago. So here it is. It's an oil painting. Yeah, it's like an abstract landscape with mountains. And I also signed the back of the painting. So I wrote to my Jimmy, and then began again September 28th, 2013. Okay, and that's because we dated for a little while, and then we kind of broke up. And then we got back together, and then we've been together ever since. So that's why I wrote begin again. Wait, wow, my brain is like turning into noodles. Began again, and then the date. So there you go. Okay, let me turn my camera back around. Oh, Claire says show it again. Okay, I'll show you. Show it again. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Patricia. Okay. I'm going to turn my camera back around just so you know it's going to be shaking in a little while. Thank you, everyone. You're so sweet. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to read some of your comments. Joy says, yay, we finally get to see the painting. Yeah, the last 2 live streams we didn't hit our like goal, but I'm so glad we did this time. Gladys says, right now I also took a little break from uni work to paint with you a painting of a bee that I had abandoned. Nice. Verla says, oh, this is pretty. Vicky says, this is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing it with us. You're welcome. Joy says, how pretty. Love the colors. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Patricia, Ashton, Desiree, Galetta. Thank you. Claire, thanks. Joy says, have you done anything that large lately? Will you be working on anything that large? I haven't painted anything large for, gosh, a year and a half maybe. I don't know if I will. Maybe if I get back into oils for a little bit, like if I paint with oils. I do have some paintings planned for oil paints that are large, but I just haven't gotten back into them yet. Claire says, my oldest daughter loves it. She is more into that style of painting. Aw, thanks. Okay. Jessa says, and your frog painting is turning out so good. Thank you. Hannah says, pretty, worth the wait. Thank you, guys. Sarah, thank you. Whew, okay. Patricia says, hi, Allison. I can finally watch your live stream in real time. Such a beautiful painting. Absolutely beautiful. You did it for your husband. I really have been wanting to see it the last few live streams. Thank you. All right. Let me think. Let's finish up these peonies and leaves and we will be done. So, I'm trying to think how we should finish these. Maybe we'll darken. I kind of like how light they are, but maybe I'll go back in and darken some petals. Bring them, add more depth to them. So I'm going to make a dark pink. I have this red. And it's mixed with a little bit of the light pink. Okay. I'm so glad we hit our goal. That makes me happy. And I'm glad you guys liked that. Actually, let's start up here with this peony. Okay, so I'm just going to I'm cleaning my brush. I'm going to blend with a little bit of water. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm not liking this really. Okay, I'm going to try to lift some of this up. Hold on. Okay. I don't want to make it too dark. I like how light the petals are already. Oh, there's actually a petal right here I forgot to paint. Okay. I'm going to take my really tiny size 0 round brush. With some my dark pink color. Peonies are so hard to paint. Desiree says anything else than animals is hard. That is so me. I just realized that we forgot to paint the middle of this flower here. Okay, let me get my size 4 round brush. And I have some of this like color I mixed already. It's like a peachy color, although I want to add a little bit of orange to it. All right, here we go. I'm going to add some of that, some pollen. Oh my goodness. I hope that looks okay. I'm gonna add some dark pink down here too. Oops, sorry. All right. Oh my gosh, there's like a little tiny bug on my paper. Do you see it? Oh no, come on. Oh. Okay, I blew it off. It's hard to know when to stop because I feel like I can keep painting these peonies and I know they don't exactly look finished, like, but I'm just scared that if I continue, I will mess them up. Anyone else feel that way sometimes? Perla says the frog will eat him. That is so hilarious. Desiree says, I am always afraid that they leave a spot. Yeah. So yeah, this painting is a little bit more like loosely painted than if I would have painted this just on my own, like not in a live stream, because, you know, I I don't want this live stream to be 12 hours long. But I kind of like this. I kind of like leaving it a little bit loose, not too detailed. Galetta says she also feels that way. Like, if you keep going, you might mess it up. Verla says, yes, it's hard to finally say when a painting is done. Yeah. Going to add some more of this dark pink down here. Desiree says, I tried to ignore that nagging feeling. Hannah says, I always think I'm going to mess it up. Yeah, it's, I totally agree with both of you. Like, man, I painted this far and I really like it. Should I keep going? We have been live for officially 3 hours. I can't believe it. I'm always like so shocked how fast these live streams go. I really like this peony. I like it so much better than these two. Okay. How's it going, guys? Are you getting tired like me? Okay. Desiree says, try to not mess up my nightshade flowers. Okay, let's, I think I'm just going to add some final touches to this peony here. And to the leaves, and then we'll be done. I'll probably have to go back in later kind of just add a bit more to this painting. I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the peonies need a little bit more. Galetta says, I'm not tired, but I'm scared of my back hurting later. Doesn't your back, wait, don't you get back pain when you paint a lot of the time? Sometimes I do, yeah. If I paint a lot and I don't take many breaks, yeah, my back does hurt. But I try my best to sit up straight. But yeah, so sometimes that doesn't help either. Okay. Lydia says, I agree with Galetta. My back really hurts. Aw, I'm sorry about that. Hannah says, your peonies look so good. Thank you. Thanks. I wasn't very sure how they would turn out. I'm not very confident in painting peonies, to be honest. I wish I was better at painting them because I would paint them a lot. I feel like I would put them in my artwork a lot. I'm actually surprised that I chose to paint peonies live. I'm already like, I don't know. I'm nervous enough going live, and then I choose a flower that I'm not confident painting. Joy says, this is such a cute painting. I need to order some of that paper. I like the square shape. It will definitely come in handy for painting butterflies for the Me Challenge. Oh yes. I am using this for the butterfly challenge. This exact block. That's actually kind of why I bought it, because I feel like painting square would be best for butterflies, like for all of the butterfly paintings. So yeah, that's why I bought it. And I'm actually thinking about ordering another one, because after this butterfly challenge, I'll only have like only a few few sheets left. And I know that I'm going to be wanting to use this all the time. Okay, I'm almost done with these peonies. Then we will finish up the leaves. I want to kind of darken here a little bit. Okay. All right, I think I'm done with the peonies for now, at least for this live video. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and paint the leaves. Claire says, I am a massage therapist. Getting a pillow and moving it up and down your back helps. Usually you move it to the place that is bothering you. Wow, thanks Claire. Thanks for that advice. I'm sure that'll help a lot of us. Okay, I'm just going to mix like a darker green and just paint this in some of the areas of each leaf. So I'm going to take some of this lime. Oops, sorry. I think I might just paint with this lime color, not mix anything else. And it has less water than the first layer on these leaves. Cindy says, as someone who paints for long periods of time, stretching, breaks, posture practice, is all very important. Thanks, Sydney. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I totally agree with that. I can see how that would help. Okay, now I'm cleaning my brush off and loading it with a little bit of clean water. And I'm going to blend this out. Not perfectly, just I want there to be some texture too. Claire says, looks great. Joy says, very lovely. Verla says, looks great. This was fun. Patricia says, looks amazing. Thank you guys. We're almost there. In case some of you don't know, my beginner watercolor course, Discovering Watercolor, opened yesterday. Yay! I don't have the link in the description yet, at least during this live video. So I'll probably add it after the live. So if you are interested in learning more information about it, you can find that link. That has been like a big project I've been working on, and it's finally done. And I might go back into it maybe next year and try to like make it better, like maybe add some more tutorials to it and stuff too. I'm so relieved that it's done. And I can start on my next course soon. Okay. All right, guys. I think this is good. I'm reading some comments. Claire says, or you could make it a part 2. Oh, like for my course? Okay. Wow, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to show you a close-up. Yay! I love it. I love it. I love this so much. I'm so happy with it. Here's a look at my desk. There are you guys. Hi. And I had my tablet that had the reference photos. So yeah, it's kind of behind the scenes. I have my camera. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm gonna turn my camera around to say goodbye. Hi. This was a lot of fun. I love him. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. It was fun. I love this so much. I'm so happy with it. I will probably go back into it maybe this weekend and just add a bit more to it, but for the most part it's done. And I'm going to now eat lunch, maybe take a nap and enjoy the beautiful weather. Have a great weekend. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you are staying safe and healthy during this time. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Coletta, hi. Thank you so much. These lives are always so fun to do. They're tiring, but they're so worth it because I gotta like actually talk to you guys in real time and hang out with you. Bye, Desiree. Bye, guys. Bye, Claire, Joyce, Sarah, Sydney, Michelle, Hannah, Galetta, Linnea. Am I missing it? Verla. Bye, guys. Appreciate you. Okay. Bye, Jessa. Bye, Patricia. It's always so sad to say bye. Bye, guys.